through the talisman. However, his attempts to restart the world several times have caused a depletion of the Earth's spiritual force. At school, Mrs. Pan enters, announcing a spiritual test to elevate the students to expel or raise to class elite. As usual, Wang Ling's friends, still believing he's a noob and having no memory of past events, offer to help him pass the test. While they argue, Wang Ling quietly slides away to the restrooms. There, Guo Hao asks him to join forces and forge magic pills to help them both make the exam. Outside, the test commences, evaluating students through a strike of a thunderbolt. As Wang Ling and Guo Hao forge pills, Miss Pan catches them in the lab. Pretending to dry their soaked uniforms, they manage to evade. Smelly underwear managed to save the two. However, in an attempt to hide the pills, Guo Hao swallows them, making himself bloat. Immediately, Wang Ling smacks him, causing him to deflate. Thanks to Wang Ling, that his spiritual slap passes enough force to make Guo Hao pass. At Wang Ling's turn, he steps on the elevation. Immediately, his force begins gathering, as dark clouds engulf the city, even causing a blackout. Sun Rong, together with instructor Wang, tries to unplug the arena, grabbing Wang Ling's sword. However, Wang Ling's sword's force causes a crack in the layers of the earth, exposing it to a deadly world. The Emperor of Doom questions his counselor about the crack from the human world. Furious at the absence of Froggy 2, whom he had sent to present him with the human world and its forces, he sends the counselor to investigate. Poor dog shits his pants right there when he receives a notification of his arrival. Froggy 2 decides to hide at Wang Ling's from the counselor, who starts looking for him. After dinner, Wang Ling's father and Froggy put up a new talisman on him, hoping to help him with his speech. However, the two mess up. Before any serious damage is inflicted, Froggy 2 consumes the burst, correcting the talisman and making it hard for the counselor to track him as his force soars. Later, Mrs. Pan arrives at their home regarding Wang Ling's poor progress. Just as she complains, Wang Ling starts behaving strangely, making his father realize the faulty talisman. His parents, sweating nervously, decide to distract Mrs. Pan just long enough for his father to fix the talisman. But could anything not go wrong at the worst time? Despite swapping the talisman, the household objects start absorbing Wang Ling's life force. Using the extra source that Froggy 2 consumed, Wang Ling controls them. However, his talisman starts breaking down, just as the counselor finally tracks Froggy down since his energy had depleted now. The minute he opens the front door, Wang Ling's force bursts through, making the poor devil dude thrown out the hill that melts into a puddle of lava. The family successfully bids a satisfied Miss Pan goodbye, while not knowing that they saved the poor dog. A day saved by this weird family. At the school, the students chatter about the disappearance of Idol Beauty, the world's #1 assassin, after a swordliner crash. Just then, Miss Pan enters, introducing a new student, Lin Xiaoyu. Strangely, Wang Ling finds her familiar. Meanwhile, Instructor Wang and the magic squad follow a woman, Yue, sister of the former Shadow faction leader, however, planting a trap as she enters the school. Inside, as the boys wander around, they spot Yue walking down a room. Immediately, Chan Chan follows. They look around the messy room before hearing someone coming and hide under the table, only to realize it's Lin Xiaoyu's room. Poor guys just become a bunch of perverts. Arguing, they accidentally open a ground compartment and fall. Down below, Yue arrives before the imprisoned shadow boss. However, she is not here to save, but to take revenge from when her sister had crashed to the swordliner, separating her from her lover and stealing her position as
Here's a boy who wants nothing more than to be average, yet every heartbeat he takes shapes the laws of reality itself. Wang Ling, a 16-year-old student with god-tier strength sealed behind silence, but that silence hides catastrophe because behind those tired eyes sleeps the energy of creation itself. He doesn't seek power, he is power. As he was born with infinite spiritual energy, Wang Ling was the universe's typo, a mortal body imprinted with divine code. He learned to walk, talk, and predict hundreds of outcomes before most babies could even crawl. By the time he was 5, reality had already begun to autocorrect around him. When the heavens realized what they made, they sealed him, not out of mercy, but out of fear. But even sealed, his energy bleeds through the cracks of existence. When Wang Ling moved 3 celestial bodies thousands of times heavier than Earth, he did it with telekinesis alone in mere seconds. To put that into perspective, moving a single planet the size of Earth requires over 10 to the 32 joules of energy, and he did this 3 times faster than the speed of light, as easily as a human flicks a marble across a table. That power is measured in trillions of nuclear bombs every single second, which would be around dwarf star levels of energy. But to be honest, that's nothing compared to what he can really do. Wang Ling once reversed the entire timeline after Sun Wang's death. Imagine every atom, galaxy, and the laws of physics being rolled backwards 10,000 times, while he stood there completely untouched. Physicists call time an arrow, but Wang Ling snapped that arrow in half and drew a circle. Rewriting the universe isn't like rewriting a sentence. The universe contains 200 billion trillion stars. Resetting it means
很理想啊。
唐指导，还魂丹和妥纳丹，我上学期就练好了。您不介意的话，尝一颗吧。
这次来家访的原因，主要是因为王令学员的学习态度不是那么积极。
这是你让我们预习的这学期的点化术。
其实教学要求铅笔、橡皮各点画1个就够了。王令学员，
孩子他爸，你这什么鬼灵传啊？这还是咱儿子吗？
情绪调节系统似乎调过头了，你把半指导支开，我再换一张符咒。
点画术一样这么努力。